loves you so much, he wants to drive you to him. And I'm learning through reading his word from Genesis to Revelation, any means necessary. Any means necessary to get his children back home. He's going to do it. Any means necessary. I'm not going to be with y'all long. I'm going to tie it up in a little bit. Y'all ain't going to hear me hooping and hollering and so forth, so please don't wait on that. Galatians 3:13 says, Christ has redeemed us from the curse of the law, having become a curse for us, for it is written, cursed is everyone who hangs on a tree. Galatians 4:5 says, to redeem those who were under the law, that we may receive the adoption as son. I don't know about you, but I want to be son. Related to Christians' concept of redemption is the word ransom. Now, if we look at the word ransom, the Greek word for ransom is lutron. And I know I'm throwing out some definitions and so forth, but in order for us to get gold, anybody can paint on the surface. But in order for you to really get the nuggets of things, you need to get backhoes and go up under the ground so you can pull out this stuff and make sure that you got some really good gold. So lutron is the Greek word for ransom. The price for redeeming, ransom. That's what it means. Paid for slaves, captives, for the ransom of life. Now listen at this next one. To liberate many from misery. That's what the blood did. Liberated us from misery and the penalty of their sins. That's what lutron means. To liberate many from misery and the penalty of sins. Matthew 28 says, Jesus as a son of man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life a ransom for many. 1 Timothy 26 says, who gave himself a ransom, lutron, to liberate many from misery and the penalty of their sin, to be testified in due time. Jesus' death was exchanged for our life. In fact, it says that in Colossians 1:14, in whom we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sin. So you can't be forgiven of sin and not reap healing. You can't just be forgiven, you just can't reap healings and not be forgiven. They're all together. When he went on the cross, and he shed his blood, and you heard the whips. And as you heard the whips, they hit him 40, turn me down, sir. They hit him 40 minus 1 time, which is 39 times. Turn it up some. And they had him lean over a rock, and as they hit him, he said, all the sickness is gone from my children. They hit him again, and he said, all the pain is gone because I'm sharing my blood. They hit him again, and he said, no more suffering. His back was turned open, and then they nailed him to the cross. And every nail represented me and represented you. And as they pulled his other arm over and stretched it wide and nailed that other arm, he sat high on Golgotha Hill, and he was saying, all my children, just come home. All my children, I want you to come home. Yes. I have shedded the blood. I have paid the ransom. They took his feet and they nailed his feet, and it went into that stake also. And he said, come home, my children. I'm higher than everybody else. I just want you to come home. And the only thing you have to do is accept me as your Savior. I will heal your land. I will heal your real estate, because we are land. I will heal your real estate. Just come home. Come home. Healing is in the power.
Amen.
Healing is in the power of the blood. He said, I'm not going to be stingy with my children. I'm going to give him all of me.
Amen.
All of my blood. Every drop. Every drop. It will never lose its power. It went from north, south, east, and west, searching for you. Remember, we are from the dust. And as he blew into us, know this, that that land is a part of us. We are from the dust. And where did the blood run down? Listen, we have to understand it would never lose its power. If you know this song, just sing it with me. It soothes my doubts and it calms my. We have brothers and sisters out there that never trusted in the blood.
Amen. Amen.
Never ever once trusted in the blood. I can do this on my own, they say. I have the money that I can use. I can buy my way. Sister, brother, you can't buy your way out of a paper bag when it comes to buying your way to heaven.
That's right. That's
Never.
right.
Because Jesus went on the cross for us. And as he was up on that cross and his nail-pierced hands was up there, he said, it just reaches to the highest mountains and it flowed down